And now to the American elections. History professor Alan Lichtman, who has correctly predicted earlier 9 of the last 10 presidential races using his own 13 keys to the White House, claims that Kamala Harris will be the next president of the United States.
Professor, all right, here it is. Who will win the next president of the United States?
According to the keys to the White House, which have been right for 40 years, we are going to have a precedent-breaking victory. Kamala Harris will be president of the United States.
Now, I'm looking at the true keys, the false keys, and you have some TBDs on the screen as well. Under your criteria, Harris obtains 8 keys, the minimum, by the way, to win, according to you. But can any of these keys potentially flip before the election? I mean, you've got social unrest. If that breaks out, have you ever changed your prediction?
I have never changed my prediction once I've made a final call. The notion of an October surprise is a myth. All my predictions have been before the October surprise, and they have all held. Social unrest doesn't suddenly emerge. It takes a long time for there to be enough social unrest to turn the key, which requires massive, sustained social unrest. With a maximum of 5 keys down and likely 4, Harris is well short of what's needed to predict her defeat and give Donald Trump the White House again.
Your method is unconventional. I mean, you have battleground states, and those polls show a much tighter race than what you're describing. And even the Bulwark's Jonathan Last calls your approach, I'm quoting here, nothing more than parlor tricks and folkways, the political equivalent of wearing garlic to protect yourself from vampires. So he's not pulling any punches. What do you say to that? And how are you so sure?
Sour grapes. Whenever you're unconventional, and I go against the pundits and the pollsters, as I did when I called Donald Trump in 2016, you are going to get those sour grapes critics. You cannot predict 9 of 10. And I would say 10 of 10, because I think I was right about 2000, because based on the intention of voters, Al Gore should have won that election going away, as I proved in my report to the U.S. Commission on Civil Rights. But you can't, with parlor tricks, pick 9 out of 10 or 10 out of 10 winners. Plus, my system is based on the structure of how American presidential elections really work, not on ephemeral polls or off the top of the head punditry. They work as votes up or down on the strength and performance of the White House party, and that's what the keys gauge. And retrospectively, the keys go all the way back to 1860, the election of Abe Lincoln, when we had no automobiles, no planes, no polls. Women didn't vote, no radio, no television. So they have endured through enormous changes in our society, our demography, our politics, our economy. You know, let those critics show what their track record is on prediction. Otherwise, I think they should be quiet.
Well, there you have it. Alan Lichtman, I know the Harris-Walz campaign must be thrilled.
Well, certainly one of the most high-profile presidential elections.